watching you. Oh, you got me. I shouldn't have been fucking around. Where you at, Demon Whiskey? I shouldn't have let you live. GG's, guys. I shouldn't have been fucking around. Next time around, I swear I won't let it go, though. Or maybe I will, depending on my mood. What is up, y'all? As you can see, I take L's like anybody else. But next time around, I'm gonna try to see if I can not get, first of all, someone I know, Demon Whiskey, if you're watching this. I know that guy, so I didn't want to like just kind of kill him right away and just not get that reinforcements. Of course, I could have ran away more, but eh, it is what it is. Shit happens. So I got pretty much every class. I'm trying to see if I can go through the whole game or if I can go and use every single one of these classes. So I got the first one here, my Elder. Gotta be my first, number one class. Hardly ever use them, hardly ever die. I take this one as serious as I can. As you can see, I have Medic, Fast Hands, and Penetrable. And Penetrable because I use most of my Predators as melee only. Hardly ever do I like to go with the range. And it's not because I don't like ranged weapons. I'd use them more if I had the ability to switch shoulders. Just because I'm stuck on the right hand side. I'm stuck looking on the right hand most of the time, so I can't really peek over left side corners as I can over my right. And also because the sensitivity on, both Predator and Fire Team are the same. Why? I don't know. Specializations for these elders have recently, or I mean for not elders, just for predators in general, have came out, and I'm still learning them. Focus, I can't really say that that would work for my game style or game play, and increase damage while fully stamina. So I'm wondering if that means the more stamina I have, the more damage I'm gonna be doing, or if it's just while I'm full stamina. I doubt it's when I'm full stamina. I think it is more of a, well, if I have, some type of stamina, it's gonna do a certain percentage. Fishes though, I have the ability to take people down and have it so that they're less able to take them down or pick them up more like. So I just feel like this one for especially for my Dastra's Bane, my number one, like never go down, never going to go down Predator. Um, as you can see, I have the 87. I just feel like it's probably the best, you know, mask or best specialization. These here, they're a must for me sometimes, especially if you're going melee only. The medic being so that I can get in and out. Hardly ever do I try to use my health kit. I try to distract them with something like audio decoys, but since this is more of an aggressive class, I use the wrist launcher whenever I can. So when I use the wrist launcher, I try to use the wrist blades as well. Soften them up, wrist blade, and then, I got an invite, my bad. And then kind of come in with something like the Alpha Sickle, if not the Elder Sword. Elder Sword's really hard to parry. Alpha Sickle kind of being that lunge type of attack. Bear traps here. Don't really use them too much, but since I have 12 perks or 12 gear points, I might as well use it instead of something else that I'm not going to use. kind of comes in handy when I'm, at extra. Moving on, Yotsumitsu. If you guys play Tekken, or however you wish to call it, you may know that that's one of the um, samurais, I want to say, or something like that. That's in there. So he's got two swords. Using my Elder Sword as my primary. Of course, it's kind of hard to use the Elder, or it's kind of hard to use the samurai, not the sword. But the Elder Sword is really good at going up against people that are really good parriers. But what I do normally is use the katana to soften them up again, because I don't have my wrist, or yeah, wrist launcher. So I soften them up with my katana, come in, kill them off with the Elder Sword, and when I'm in danger, I go and kill pigs. Mostly, I try to go and kill pigs when I have the chance. Even if I'm like in mid combat, I'll leap away, find some pigs, and then go kill them. And I'll use that audio decoy because if you know, as a fire team, you'll hear either flashing of the vision or cloaking, or even sometimes pigs, which is what I hope that they hear. So I'll throw audio decoy down, and most of the time I'll already have a pig somewhere else, so I'll go and find that pig and eat him while they're searching somewhere else. Motion detectors. Don't really use them too much with this guy. If I could find another gear, but there's not too many other gears for my boy here, Yotsumitsu. So yeah, I decide mostly because I'm gonna I want to make sure I'm doing damage to the person in front of me and taking less damage from behind me. Fast hands is a must if I'm gonna go melee. And really, this is a melee class here. If I could have impenetrable, I would, but he only has 10 perk points, so I decided it's the next best thing. Now, this is my in-between class, going from range to melee. The katana I know is not too good for melee, but it's pretty good for putting on some damage enough for me to throw my combi stick, if not use my combi stick. And as you can see down here, I have fearless and downrange. So if I hit him with the combi stick, or if I hit him with the katana and then throw my combi stick, that's pretty much instant down. Protection, because this class was built mostly for Clash, but I haven't been playing Clash too much. I hope that they update that soon. We'll talk about that some other time. Motion detectors, have no other real choice. I'm going really aggressive with it, and I have health kits when I need it. Speed Demon. Now, this is one of those classes that I'm really happy that they updated, because the scout was in need of a buff. I was hoping that they would give him some type of other buff, but I think this is maybe one of the best ones. The discipline, not being able to hear the clicking noises while cloaked is by far one of the greatest, if not best, perks. And it's only with the scout. So they also added some the what is it, the rebreather, but you gotta buy that with the whole bundle. And I already have obviously all of the predators, so it makes no sense. But I was hoping that rebreather would be a gear, and how I was imagining it would work was if your mask got shot off, of course you can't go into thermal anymore. And I wasn't thinking that if you had the rebreather, you'd be able to go into thermal. When I see that, it's kind of weird. Like, how is it that you're flashing light at people and being able to see in thermal, right? I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. I was hoping it was a thermal, or it was a gear, and the way I had imagined it would work was that if you had the rebreather and your mask got shot off, then you would be able to stay cloaked without making the clicking noises, or even something like increase in stamina, or what's that one perk or one specialization for the predator, where if you're on low health, you get that increase. Whatever the case, they didn't make it a gear. They made it a appearance. So same thing here. I'm actually not running, as you can see, no field threats for this, which is for a lot of people probably like, why are you doing that? Field medic, that is instant with the scout, and all I have to do is make sure I get within a good distance. By the time they get to me, I'm already jumping away. Impatient, bring it right back, and the impenetrable, so that it does less damage if they come up to me. If they have a rocket, it's pretty much over. But I try not letting that happen. I use my smart disc as much as possible, and using the wrist launcher. So those probably being my number one right here and number two option. The net gun, I wish it was a gear, but not gonna go into that. The way I use a net gun, I try to make sure that they're netted up, and I'm going after the person that's either shooting at me or I'm going up against one person. I'm trying to isolate people with this class mostly. Um, and the motion detectors because I need something to fill in that third spot. Um, yeah, because really I can't use anything else. Shadow Phantom, the assassin. So that's that perk where if you're right behind them, it does more damage. I try to use this class like if I had analytic, or I think that's what it's called. If you have a scout or I forget what it's called, but yeah. So I use the Alpha Sickle, Yautja's Bow, and Wrist Launcher. So when I do need to go into combat and go in toe to toe, I use that Alpha Sickle and Wrist Launcher. I try to mostly main on my bow, but because the bow is stuck on the right hand side, I can't really use it too much. Sometimes I try to peek over a corner from the left hand side, or I'm trying to like maneuver in a way where it's better that I'm looking over my left shoulder. It kind of frustrates me that I can't look over certain type of angles, but impenetrable downrange, kind of necessary for bow. If you don't have the bow with downrange, it just doesn't really make sense too much. Iron sight. When I first got this perk, or when this perk first came out, and I tried it, I didn't find it too useful, but I kind of like to use this class like an instant I want to win type of thing. Like I normally don't like to go for quick claims, but this class right here will do quick claims. Sometimes I do quick claims with other classes, but depending on the fire team themselves, if I feel like I can't get a person down, or if I feel like this team is over dominating me and I need an edge pretty much, yeah, then I guess quick claims will come in. But for the most part, I try to keep it to a minimum. So we have here the Ghost of Asgard. I have two. So you guys know, I have two samurais and two Vikings. And I guess you could say I have two hunters too, but one of them is the 87, the other one is the regular type. I'll come down to that later. So we have here the Norse hammer and the battle axe, kind of like wow, you're really trying to die type of thing, right? With fearless, that Norse hammer will do some pretty quick damage. The battle axe for surely with that L2. I have L1 as my L2, but that L2 will drop somebody, especially like a scout, recon, and maybe a OWLF, but it just depends on how much the health they have. Protection, because I do need the pigs, especially since I'm going in toe to toe. I don't like, I have only 12 points, and impenetrable is almost necessary, right? Because you're going in, taking a lot of shots, and even sometimes rockets. The pistol, for whatever reason, counters this impenetrable, which I find almost like BS. It should not do as much damage as it does the 1911. But that's the game as it is right now in May 8th, or was it the 9th today? Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Um, Audio decoys, like I said, throw them around whenever I can and try to, lure them into different areas. The motion detector's pretty useful in this map, in this loadout here. And this is my second here, Black Baron in Rage. So whenever I take a lot of damage, I can escape pretty fast. This character, I'm kind of happy about. I like him a lot. I couldn't find a good use of that mask, and I think the way that he looks like with this one. Oh, going back to my Ghost of Asgard too. That mask, I know a lot of people are like, nah, that mask looks funny with him. It's small ass mask with a big ass body. The only reason I really like that mask, and if I could, I'd use that new mask they came out with, not the Mr. Black or the Rebreather, but the other one that Dutch has on the shoulder. I'd probably use that with this character, depending on how it looks. I like the way this looks because like it looks like a Viking mask. You feel me? I don't know if you guys hear me, but that's definitely why I have that. This class here though, traps, motion detectors, audio decoys, all that good stuff with no health. Xeraths, I depend heavily on pigs on this one, and that large pouch just increasing the way I deceive them, the way I trap them, and the way I'm following them. So melee class again. I think at least 5 of them. Oh, we're getting into a match. Here we go, guys. For those of you that don't know, I don't really like talking too much while I'm in the match, only because it gives an advantage, and plus I'm not in the private party, so they'll probably hear me, and I don't want to hear them, or I don't want to give away my position. So all that waiting for me to just get timed out, chances are it's because it's the new map. I don't know if you guys know, there's a new map that came out, and obviously I can't play. So even on private matches, it's just something that's been going on with my game. Going back to my Predator then. So we got the Black Baron, and we have the the Ghost of Asgard, Black Baron, and the Blooded Beast. We'll get to the Blooded Beast right now. Yeah, so seeing that we have right here the War Club and the Elder Sword, I remember when the War Club was not that good. I tried so hard to use it. It was so frustrating. But the thing about this though is that with Enrage, I feel like I have a better chance of taking on somebody because it increases the stamina and regeneration while low health. So if I'm low on health and I'm going up against somebody that's really good at parrying, I could definitely hit 2 times and then come in with the third time with the regeneration being fast, of course, and hit him with the imperishable one, being also the strongest one. I thought that was red for a second. It looked red, but it's actually semiatic or systematic, or systemic, systemic. Yeah, systemic. So yeah, that's my Bloody Beast or my Black Baron. Going to the Bloody Beast here. Combi Stick, War Club. This right here used to be my number one right here. I'd always try to do something with that War Club, and the Combi Stick was my backup if I needed to. I actually am thinking about changing my Combi Stick because I use that a lot. I don't want to use something with range though. I probably will switch it to the Norse Hand or something. Hoping they come out with some more weapons for the Predator, but not before they come out with gear, because I'm stuck using the same gear all the time, pretty much. So adrenaline boost really needed for this class, and modified reserve with large pouch so I can heal up as well as use bear traps. I feel like it's almost necessary. This I like barely am learning, so increase inflicted when a okay, so brute, right? Going back to what I was saying earlier, if they pair me with this here war club, that third strike is most definitely the last strike that I'm gonna have to do if they parry me. So they pair me once, they pair me twice. Oh hell no, I'm not letting that happen with that third strike. If I can get that third strike, obviously, but if I get a second strike and like I try to start that first strike even if it doesn't hit, and then that second strike, if I can hit it, that's perfect. If not, that's fine because that third strike is where it's mostly at. And if they do parry it now with this specialization, I'll be increasing my damage and kills. Uh, that two modified reserve. Sometimes I do try to slam, or I try to like spam my not spam, but use my plasma caster. Since I mean I'm not trying to stick with one thing here. This class is kind of like my all-around class, if you will. Like I can use my plasma caster because other classes like this one here, Ghost of Asgard, Black Bear, and I like these two. Even maybe my well, actually, I don't really use my plasma caster too much. I kind of wish they would give us something else instead of the plasma caster. I kind of find it frustrating that people be using their plasma caster as their primary weapon only. I personally don't need it, as you guys may have saw in the beginning of this video. I know I was using the handheld, but I wasn't using my plasma caster because there's no need for my plasma caster. I feel like I could use almost everything except my plasma caster to kill people. I do have a plasma caster built class only. That is my goat guardian. Goat. Goat. Looking at this class, I probably should add something like downrange because I have the smart disc and I have Dithard lens, and with that Dithard lens, I try to use my plasma caster as much as possible, but I just again I don't really like using it because I feel like people think it's me spamming. If they could add that Battlefront type of gameplay into it, that'd be perfect. Something like if you use it way too over too much, you get this one bar that kind of goes up and down, or not up and down, but just one direction to cool down. And obviously, the more you use it, and the more you cool it down. I feel like it should cool down for certain classes, like the scout, elder, maybe the hunter. But I mean, I'm asking for a lot, I guess, because this game has been bugging since launch. So, if you're watching this, please consider that. Maybe even consider having some other shoulder cannons. I was hoping that they would come out with different. Because if you look, watch right here, you see that shoulder cannon. I know you can't really see it full on, but if I could get it so that the shoulder, like maybe right here, if it shows, you can kind of see that right there. That's my city hunter. We'll get to him soon. That shoulder cannon should have a different type of fire mode than this one, my Gort Guardian. Let's make one by default so you can pull out that shoulder cannon. So coming over, oh, that's the skull that I claimed. Should switch over to the fire team again and then back over to, oh no, it's the predator, but on the wrong side of the shoulder. So, right, let's see. There it is. Y'all see that, right? Top right of the mask, if not right on the top of the center of the screen. He doesn't have what the predator or this elder predator has here. So let me just go ahead and make this my default. Now watch. Next time around, you'll see that there's okay, well, it's gonna come back around. There's 3 beams on the top of it. I was expecting that they would come out with the patch so that obviously there's different types of shoulder cannons, but so that the Elder was the only one that didn't need a mask to shoot their prey. So yeah, you can't really see it in this shot. So once it turns around, you'll be able to see it, but who knows when that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna go back to the fire team member. Hopefully it loads us in. Yeah, that's goal I claimed. Come on now, tell me what I want. All right, should be coming around to the left shoulder or right shoulder, and then going back around to the left. So right about, not now, but right here should show us. There it is. So if you see right where that left eye is, there's three tri beams over it. So that's my idea of them having some type of other, um, you know what? This next time going in with my budget beast. Alrighty, let's go with them. So yeah, I'm hoping that they kind of patch that plasma caster, because even though I play as Predator, I kind of hope that they patch that. Fellow Stalker and War Fugitive, as you guys might have saw, that's he plays dirty. I kind of use that Trapper perk as well as the Tactician or Tactician Tactician. Yeah, Tactician. Yeah, so I have that handheld plasma caster with the smart disc. I'm using Trapper, and this specialization helps to do a little more damage with the trap, netting, or interactions. Interacting. That's interesting. Interacting. I don't know what that means. um. Yeah, I mean, I maybe I shouldn't be using that. Maybe I should try analytic, but I feel like that might just do a bit more damage for when I'm like trying to go up against people that are trying to escape. Uh, what else can I say? Yeah, this class is built more for range. This class as well as actually this class is built for range and close combat, but mostly for range. So let's see. I have one. This class is more melee. Two. This is more of a range, but it's still even then. Okay, we'll not count range. And two right here. That's only two classes, or three maybe, with that speed demon that I have. Planet Costa. Man, you got some real high ping there, man. What side of the world are you on? Planet Costa. you one thing, man. You're gonna be part of nothing once I get done with you. That goes for you too, Freeman. GG's. All right, guys. All right, all right, all right. We in this. We coming in. I want to see if anybody on this. I know nobody on right now. But what class do you want me to come in with? A berserker, a scout, even maybe an elder? I mean, the elder maybe not too much, but depending on if a lot of people watching, then yeah, maybe of course some samurai. You know, maybe a hunter, the 97 predator. I know a lot of people like calling it the City Hunter, but I think I think the Youngblood may be a good one for him. Only because he struggled almost halfway through the whole movie, rather than like the 87 Predator kind of like losing to someone that was like in beast mode, and that being Arnold. Should Arnold have won that one? I don't know. That's a topic for another time. Or maybe we should talk about it right now. So the reason I feel Arnold maybe shouldn't have won that was because it was too given to him. Like he just went into a primal mode and all of a sudden he fucking wins. Yeah, he knew about the advantage of mudding up and using the like thermal or whatever, like using this. We in this shit. What's up, y'all? I'm live streaming, so don't let anything go bad for y'all, cause I'm about to catch y'all out there. Let's see what class I should use. Going on backwater. You know what? We're gonna have to use our Shadow Phantom. Y'all about to find out what that is. Good luck. Did y'all see how many times it took me? Thank you to the fire team for this one. Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Yo, what happened there? What the fuck? Last person killed himself or what? Damn, if it wasn't because really I knew what mission y'all on, I probably wouldn't have gone that strong. I probably wouldn't have quit claim, but just because I knew you guys were on that bullshit mission where all you have to do is literally. Oh wait, hold up. What the fuck?